Hey, this is Brandon Chesbro, and today we're going to look at the Huron Rifle Scope by Trijicon. But since this is our first review of a Trijicon scope, let's talk a little bit about the company and some of their products. Trijicon has been around since the 80s and is a clear leader when it comes to optics and other sights for the military and law enforcement. Trijicon's bright and tough handgun sights have been sold since 1985 and are still some of the best-selling night sights for pistols. In 1987, Trijicon invented the ACOG, which completely revolutionized rifle scopes and was almost immediately adopted by the US Army, which still uses the optic today. In 2017, they produced the 1 millionth ACOG, and I can only imagine with the crazy gun sales the past few years that they are selling even more of these to consumers than ever before. The ACOG has a ton of different variations, including fiber optic illuminated, LED illuminated, various magnifications, but probably the most popular is the 4x32, like this one. In 2005, the company came out with the AccuPoint line, which is more of a traditional rifle scope, but added fiber optics and illuminated reticle. For 15 years, this has really been the only optic that Trijicon made that was geared towards deer hunters. In recent years, Trijicon has expanded its line to include many products that are also used for hunting, including red dot like the MRO, which can be used on both rifles and shotguns, and a variety of very popular reflex sights, including the RMR. Which brings us to last year when Trijicon introduced 4 new lines of scopes. The Ascent is built for tactical applications and will be seen primarily on ARs and other tactical platforms with 1 to 4x24 and a 3 to 12x40 option. The Credo has user-selectable green or red LED illumination, making it easy to shoot with both eyes open for either tactical or hunting use. The Credo line is built for competitive shooters and tactical, and the Credo HX line is geared towards hunters with up to a 4 to 16x50 model. The 10-mile line is for, you guessed it, long range. The 10-mile has up to 50 times magnification in its highest magnification, and is primarily targeted to long-range competition shooters who want the illumination. The 10-mile HX is for long-range hunters and comes in magnifications of up to 25 times in the 5 to 25x50. 10-mile and 10-mile HX scopes have several choices of red illuminated tactical or hunting reticles. And the 4th line of scopes introduced recently is the Huron. Trijicon's Huron is not illuminated, and that's for a reason. This line of scopes was designed to provide a value-priced optic specifically for deer hunters who desire the premium glass, durability, and performance that Trijicon is known for. The Huron's target market is the average North American whitetail deer hunter. A vast majority of hunters today use non-illuminated scopes, so Trijicon has put what the average deer hunter needs into this scope and nothing more, making it more affordable and saving size, weight, and complexity. But the same quality construction and materials in existing Trijicon optics is also in the Huron line, including high quality, multi-coated anti-scratch glass. Make no mistake, this optic is tested using the same rigorous testing methods as all of the company's optics. It's going to be super reliable. So even though this scope can be found for less than $500, we wanted to see how the Huron performance compared with some other scopes, including some really expensive scopes made by competitors. We lined the scopes up side by side with various daylight conditions. Here are the results. What do you think of the Trijicon?
I really like it. I like a light scope on all my deer rifles because I don't stay in the stand very long.
Right.
I end up getting down on the ground and walking around and stalking, whatever. Probably don't get as many deer.
Yeah.
But I do like a light scope, so I like a light rifle, composite stock with a light scope, and this really fits the bill.
Yeah, and I mean I know that you're a fan. You're a Trijicon fan. So how would you rate this compared to the other models? I mean,
it's really hard to compare, a scope like this with the other models because they're so different. You've got models for ARs like the ACOG,
yeah,
which I absolutely love. It's the ideal sight, if you're shooting an AR anywhere within a couple hundred yards.
Yeah.
I like the AccuPower scope, which I've had on a Remington rifle, another light rifle with a light scope.
Yeah.
That I've had for years, and actually took my first couple of elk. I've taken deer with that, and really like that rifle. I like the MRO. If you're shooting a a pistol AR, for example.
Yeah.
Short range. I think that's a fantastic option with just the red dot or green dot.
Yeah.
On that scope. But this one, you know, for deer hunting, I think is ideal. I think the average deer hunter doesn't use illumination.
Yeah.
I think that this is the type of scope that you see. A 3 to 9 by 40 is ideal for a rifle like this for most deer hunters.
Yeah. Well, and then just last night we got together, we looked through all the different scopes, all kinds of different brands, going from like super expensive to like really, really affordable. And this seemed to like fit the bill right up there with the top tiers.
It really does. The glass on this is fantastic. They use the same glass on this scope as they use with their higher end scopes that have the illumination and cost thousands of dollars more.
Yeah, right.
And we put this scope up next to Swarovski. We put it up next to Night Force. We put it up next to a lot of other quality scopes with quality glass, good coatings, and it's basically the same.
Yeah, and these are like thousands of dollars versus, you said this is what, $500 online?
There was one scope we compared this to that's over $3,000.
Jeez.
And looking through them.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, this is a great scope. I'm going to leave it on a deer rifle and probably hunt with it this fall.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, just getting to look through it when we did, it definitely is an outstanding addition to the Trijicon line.
Yeah, it really is. And I think I think they really nailed it. I think Trijicon nailed it with this scope. I think they're trying to hit the average American deer hunter, and this is absolutely perfect.
Yep. Well, I know I'll be picking one up because these things are awesome.
As you can see, we mounted the Huron on a Savage 30-06 and tested it on the range, and it performed really well. The magnification ring was easy to adjust with one hand. The windage and elevation dials were easy to adjust with no tools, with quarter MOA per click adjustments. Resetting the zero on the scope is fast and simple. Simply lift the dial, turn to the zero mark, and drop the dial. It locks into place and you're re-zeroed with no tools whatsoever. If you don't want to or don't have time to dial in an exact elevation when hunting at a specific range, the BDC Hunter Holds reticle can provide clear holdover reference points. With all second focal plane reticles like this, you'll need to use a ballistics calculator or a day at the range to determine the range for each mark at each magnification setting. The Huron comes in 4 different configurations: a 1 to 4x24, ideal for ARs and shorter range rifles, and more traditional magnification options for the other 3 configurations: a 3 to 9x40, a 3 to 12x40, and a 2.5 to 10x40. The 1 to 4x24, the 2.5 to 10x40, and the 3 to 12x40 each come with 30mm tubes and Trijicon's BDC Hunter Holds reticle. The 3 to 9x40 has a 1-inch tube and has 3 different reticle options: a standard duplex, a German number 4 crosshair, and, like the one we have here, the BDC Hunter Holds with MOA markings. The 1 to 4 retails for $650, the others for $699, but all of them can be purchased online for around $500, a bargain price for a scope of this quality made by a top-tier optics manufacturer. We loved the lightweight of this scope. Weighing in at just 15.8 ounces in the configuration we tested, this is a really light scope. When paired with a composite stock bolt-action rifle, this will be very comfortable to carry on long stocks.
No lie, we're huge fans of Trijicon products, and we're not the only ones. In January, NRA's American Hunter magazine announced the Huron rifle scope as its optic of the year, which is a huge accolade from a well-respected and highly read publication.
We had high expectations going into this review, and we were not disappointed. The Huron is exactly what Trijicon intended it to be, the ultimate North American white-tailed deer optic.